Tom, Wednesday night under the lights.
No, you are not watching The Lion King, viewers. The sun is setting behind us. Zavenia! Oh, it's gone. Hello and good evening to you too. Welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. And blimey, it's been quite the week.
It has been quite a week. You're right, Tom.
And I'm delighted to report a new season high
Of how many likes?
of 1,800 likes on the Leeds video from Sunday afternoon.
Fantastic. We're nearly 2,000
It's
likes.
good, isn't it? It's really good.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Good news as well, 19,400 subscribers means we are 600 to go.
600 off that £20,000 target. It's not going to be easy. They're fighting for their lives, aren't they? And we
Fighting
are
for every
too.
point,
And
absolutely.
we are too, so let's face it, we aren't safe.
Nothing is cracked.
No.
I can tell from here, sat a foot to your left, what your reaction's going to be to this, but of all the teams in the Championship, there's only one yet to win away from home, and that is Plymouth.
Come on, you Wednesday night under the lights of Fratton. Super. John Machine Yell Blues.
Hello to Mrs H watching at home, by the way, not Mrs Ange. I got in trouble for that in the week.
Yeah, I got a bone for you. When I left here on Sunday,
Yeah.
some bloke walked past me, grabbed me and went, "All right, Ange." I was like, didn't know who he was.
That's my fault. Hello.
Hello.
He's had a haircut, everybody.
Well, I mean, it puts at least 2 weeks off me, doesn't it?
You look fantastic.
Well, I didn't want to say so, mate, but yeah, you're right.
This is a really, really important game. They're all important games, Tom.
Tom, it's as if you read my mind.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to Lou. How old are you today, Lou? 24?
65.
No, you're not, Lou. Yeah, you
Nah,
probably are, actually.
21.
Yeah. You're 21, yeah.
I reckon it's going to be 4-0, Tom. It's going to be like 2-0 to them now, isn't it?
And I'll be putting the black screen across going, it was at this moment he knew.
A little bit concerned with the follow-up on Saturday in terms of Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday.
We are not safe yet, and we just need to make sure we get over that line.
A 2-1. So Pompey can march further up the table.
Like it.
3-0 Pompey.
Big night tonight, Dad.
A bit of a bogey team.
2-0. 2-0.
We had such a euphoric feeling and result on Sunday that we've got to go again. 3-1.
Hello, Edie.
We can beat Leeds, we can beat anybody.
Let's do it, Sam. 4-0. Would you not say the message is you're beating Leeds, go out there, do it again. Go out there, do it against Preston, you can rest after Preston. That would be what I would be saying.
That's exactly the message I'd give, but we all know that football's football and football don't necessarily work like that, Tom.
2-1 or 4-0 in all over it.
Oh, see, there's quite a big gap between those two. So if you had to choose one,
2-1.
I was kind of hoping you were going to go Fournilwrittenalloverit all over it, but you're not going to, are you?
No.
No, you're not. No. Let's do this. Come on, my son.
How can you control the game for that long? Sloppy, very sloppy. We've got everything to do now, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be very hard.
One almighty turnaround.
Yeah, we had it all there for so long. Massive periods of that game, we had everything going on.
Could you imagine taking 4 points off Leeds this season and none off Plymouth?
With
At the minute, that's where we are.
But that's the way this has gone all
Yeah.
season.
You know when you put ketchup on anything and you got the tube upside down and you're whacking it and nothing comes out,
Yeah.
and then you squeeze it, it all comes out at once.
Yeah, that's
Pompey. Me just
plot you through a week in the life of a Pompey fan, folks, for the benefit of you at home, and many of you would have all lived this with us, so I'm merely signposting you to the last 7 days of your life. But Pompey lose to a team that at the time hadn't won a league game in 2025 and actually hadn't won before Christmas. We then turn up here on a beautiful mid-March Sunday lunchtime in the glazing hot South Coast sunshine and turn a Leeds side over who were at the time top of the league, high flying and 18 games unbeaten. Fast forward in between sort of 48 and 72 hours later, and Pompey show up here and are beaten by a side that hadn't won away from home until just now, or until this evening. It is the Pompey way, Dan, and there was a lot of chat sort of in the build up to this to say, wouldn't it be so Pompey, wouldn't it be so like us, that old adage that we just can't seem to shake for whatever reason. It's come back to bite us once again. Not an absolute unmitigated and complete and total disaster, but far from a good night, sir.
What's the phrase? After the Lord Mayor's show, put it that way.
Quite.
Yes, I agree with everything you say, Tom, and yes, it does feel very Pompey, to use the cliche, but there are reasons for it. To praise it for me, I underestimated the way that Plymouth might set up. I was guilty, maybe among others, of the euphoria off the back of the Leeds game, seeing how vulnerable Plymouth were defensively. Yeah, they could come and play a low block, but we'd probably have enough to get through that. They did come and essentially do what Millwall did to us in a funny kind of way a few weeks ago, whereby when you set up the way Pompey do at the moment, and we set up that way because we've had to adapt and evolve to find a way in this championship, which is utterly commendable, let me say. When teams then don't come out and you essentially have nothing to press, then it makes it very difficult. We didn't really offer anything different in terms of creativity, in terms of unlocking them.
The frustration is we didn't change it quickly enough when we knew it wasn't working. That's the bit that upsets me a little bit.
With them not coming out, Tom, we then have to commit, and so you do commit, which is fine until a pass goes astray, and then you see exactly what led to that second goal.
We should also say, give Plymouth their flowers. I think it was, you've kind of outlined it there, that particularly first half I felt it was a perfectly executed Miron Muslic game plan, and second half, well, first half even Ryan Hardy tees up the first goal and then scores the second. He's got, from our point of view, it's horrible, but from his, it's prolific of a record of goal scoring against Pompey. I think there's something like 4 and 5, something crazy like that. Yes, Plymouth have offered very little in terms of creative goal scoring threat, but they have been without Ryan Hardy for a couple of weeks, and this is his first start for a little while. That was maybe a little bit of a sort of devil lurking in the background, I think, tonight.
But it is just the detail, Tom.
It is.
And I think you have to give Plymouth credit for the way they approached the game tonight. And they're down there, they're struggling. Their goal away from home this season is to, or in their current predicament, is to be attritional and try and get what they can.
Massive game at the weekend for them against Derby as well at Home Park. If they win that, that gets really interesting, and we wish them all the very best in the fight for it. It should also say, Dan, as well, that result blows the Championship relegation situation wide open, doesn't it? What did I say to you earlier on? The Championship is a wicked mistress. We saw that last night, we saw that tonight. I do want Pompey to get to that 13 wins threshold as soon as practically possible now. Just you worry that any of the slight elements starting to creep in about a confidence about us or whatever, only very slight.
I think we need to rewind and look at some of the conversations we've had walking away from this ground this season and other grounds. Don't get too high when it's good, a la Leeds. Don't get too low on nights like tonight. The truth will be somewhere in the middle. I've no reason not to believe. We'll be okay. The results will appear from somewhere. Tonight just feels very flat.
The moment you think that you've cracked it in the Championship, or in football in general, or in life actually, the elements in the world have a funny way of telling you, if you haven't, that no, you absolutely haven't. The moment, I think it's either 13 wins or 50 points, you know, whichever way you want to put it. Back on the 5th of November, Dan, Pompey lost to Plymouth 1-0 away at Home Park. We were rock bottom of the Championship, 1 win in 14 at that point. We'd won 1 game all season. If anyone had told us that we would be exactly in this position right now speaking to you,
we'd have taken it.
We'd have absolutely taken it. And I actually think you'd probably tell someone that they're absolutely crazy, given how much I felt we were staring down the barrel at a really impromptu return to League One. I just feel like, I feel like we're still in a really strong position, and these things happen. Nights don't always go for you. Well, that is it from us. Not the post-match debrief we wanted to be bringing you, but hopefully you identified with some of what we were saying. As always,
it's okay, Tom, because Jesus Graham and the Devon boys love it.
Myself, Andrew, Barney's coming. Gaz from Malta will be back with us for our trip up to Lancashire this weekend. Come and join us for that back here on the channel. Until then, from the three of us, thanks for sticking much. Thanks very much for sticking to the end. We'll see you Saturday. Have a good couple of days. Keep the faith, and as always,
play out Pompey.
Play out Pompey.
Go south, there's a team down.